Chairman of the River State Independent Electoral Commission is not here. Mr. Speaker, as a House, we resolved, it's not that you on your own sat there and said the man should come to the state. We all resolved that we need him to come here before us and explain himself on certain issues that have been raised. Mr. Speaker, that he's not here means that he's evading appearance. I don't know what he's guilty of, and I don't know what he's running from. Mr. Speaker, it's an insult on this institution. I think it's an insult on the Rivers people. Mr. Speaker, I recall that when you were talking about, when you were giving your closing remark on the resolution, and even when the resolution was issued, the closing remark there was that if he refuses to appear, the House shall issue a warrant of arrest. Mr. Speaker, we are aware that staff of the House of Assembly, not even Korea, the clerk and his team went to the office to deliver this letter, and it was so delivered. It is in almost all national dailies. I saw it on the TV. So that we cannot feign ignorance. Mr. Speaker, I think this shall not go taken too far. Mr. Speaker, I think it's time for the House to invoke its powers as enshrined. Mr. Speaker, I think it's time. Mr. Speaker, I think we should give him another opportunity for the benefit of doubt. Let's assume that maybe he is not his way and then he has not arrived.
Mr. Speaker, dear colleagues, I'm basically a coach. I represent the people of Parliament in this Caucus Assembly. Mr. Speaker, I rise this morning as a sad man. I'm sad because I know the person of the chairman of the RSIEC. He's a retired judge of this state. He served very well. It's worrisome because this house cleared him. He was appointed by the former governor and happened to be in the 9th Assembly, where he appeared before this assembly. He promised this assembly that he will obey the laws of this state, he will work according to the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And he's very much aware that this house has the power to invite any agency, chairman or members. And I'm also aware that he knows that he has been served properly through the electronic media. So it baffles me why he will not appear. So he was also served in his office. We saw a video grounds where our people served him from this office. So, Mr. Speaker, I am still thinking that he will be on his way. Knowing who Enebele is, I don't believe that wherever he is, he will be. He will want to turn down the invitation of this house. That's how we plead, because the interest of River State is what is important to us. My colleague in our last sitting said, we are not insulting anybody. All we are doing is for the best interest of River State. And if we want to see a chairman of a particular commission, it is to ensure and hear and find out and advise for the best interest of the state. Nobody is particularly interested in who Justice Enebele is retired. What we are interested in is the interest of River State. If you have done anything that is not in line with the laws of our state, it is on us to invite you. And I know that as a retired judge. He knows that the sections of the Constitution that empowers us to invite him is very clear. And that if he does not come, the implications he knows. So I wouldn't stay. I wouldn't allow be here and conclude that retired Justice Elebele is disobeying his house, is refusing to come for the invitation. I want to believe that for some reasons, maybe, let's give him another few time. Okay, depend on the decision of my colleagues. My colleagues, I want to appeal that we give a little time for the retired justice. I don't look at his track record. How he served this case. I'm suggesting that we give him another 48 hours.
48 hours.
From now. That's my suggestion, my honorable colleagues.
No, sir.
Thank you very much.
Honorable Speaker, distinguished colleagues, my name is Honorable Justina Ebeji, member represent the people of the Mohan constituency. Mr. Speaker, I want to align myself with the last speaker. Justice Elebele is a respected judge that retired in this state. I'm so surprised what is going on. Making him a chairman of the precinct is not offense in this state that is causing this problem. It's one of the problems of Yoruba State. Right now, Justice Elebele. But I want to bring to this house as a mother. There is a proverb that says, a pregnant goat that is tied will not allow to deliver on the road. Yes. So I want to bring my colleagues to join me to give him another time. Thank you.
So what day are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting Monday. Let's give him Monday. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
My distinguished colleagues, I am Honorable Emilia Makapadi from Obiago State Constituency 2. I arrived this morning to add my voice to the issue on ground. After our plenary on Wednesday, I went home and opened this constitution on section 128 and 29, and the powers that were vested on us as an assembly. That 128 says the power to conduct investigation, and that's what we are doing. And what are we investigating? Expose corruption, inefficiency, or waste in the execution or administration of the law. So what are we saying? This House has come up with a summons letter to the chairman and commissioners of the River State Independent Electoral Commission, RSIEC, to appear before us. And we can see them not here. So, Mr. Speaker, I'm saying that the powers invested on us in section 129 should be carried out. But I want to plead, as a mother, we'll give them a second chance for the benefit of that.
So what day?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Let's give them
Monday.
till Monday.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues, I'm Honorable very smart. Well, Mr. Speaker, I will not want to deviate from my colleagues that have spoken. Like I said before, retired Justice Elebele is a well-known man, I'll say the temple of elastic justice. He served as a judge in the state high court here. I believe they have got credit. But then, what we're doing here is serious business. In your intro, before we started, we like you said, we're elected here by people to make laws and to make sure things are properly done in accordance. I think one thing people have, forgotten to understand, or have not come to understand, in the business of governance is the legislative arm is an arm of government that is so independent. So I think because of the kind of governance we pass, or maybe they pass the executive and the legislative arm are having good rapport. People have not come to understand the differences between both. So for me, I believe that is one of the reasons people have not taken this arm of government so serious. Having said that, like I said earlier, I would not want to deviate from what my colleagues have said. Enebeli is a well-known man. Enebeli, of course, ought to have known the repercussion of what he's trying to do by not complying or responding or appearing to our invitation. Like they've said, we should give you some time. Maybe he hasn't, laid his hand on the invite or the invitation, but I read all the dailies I went through, I also saw it. And of course, it's all over I will not talk about social media, but all over the television stations. So it's so obvious that's gone down, that's really circulated. So let us, again, give him another chance. I'm saying let us give him another chance. I will not want to be specific. Because if we give him another chance and he refuses to comply, I know I'm not the speaker, I don't have the power to put it, but I want to say to this house that we exercise our power. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you so much.
The Right Honorable Speaker, very distinguished colleagues of the 10th Assembly. Mr. Speaker, I want to first of all commend the compassionate lawmakers of our dear states. Mr. Speaker, why do I say so? For the interest of Rivers people, I've heard every one of them that have spoken saying, let us give him one more chance. Mr. Speaker, and everybody concord. I want to just lend my voice to what my dear colleagues have said. Mr. Speaker, I want to say that a stitch in time saves 9. I don't want us to bother about this, bother ourselves with this issue. As many have spoken, I want to plead to other members and let us give him till 72 hours. 72 good hours to see. That is Monday. If we come. If it doesn't come, the gods are not to blame. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
And the commissioners of the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission. Honorable members are indeed correct that we're empowered by Section 128 of the 1999 Constitution as amended to invite anybody, particularly those who are in the public service of Rivers State, to appear before this August Assembly to brief the House or answer questions regarding their conduct in office. Letters were sent to the chairman and the commissioners of the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission. We have it in good authority that the letter was received by their office, and the office of the clerk went an extra mile in line with the resolution of this House to publish same in the print media. It's also there in the electronic media. Today we expected to see them, but they failed to appear before this August Assembly. We have listened to members who have pleaded that we give them another opportunity, give them another chance to oblige this House with their presence in line with the Constitution and extant laws of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I want to say that all the members have said that we extend or give them another opportunity is carried, but we'll put it to vote. We'll put it to vote so that one way or the other this House will decide whether to give the chairman of the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission and the commissioners up till Monday, the 10th day of March 2025, to appear before this House. And going by the motion moved by the Deputy Speaker, that if they fail to appear on Monday, that the House will be left with no other option but to invoke our powers in Section 129 to ask the police to compel them to appear before this August Assembly. On that note, let me put the question. Those in favor of the motion as moved and seconded that the House do give the chairman of the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission and his commissioners another chance to appear before this August Assembly, and more specifically to be before this August Assembly on Monday, the 10th day of March 2025 at 10 a.m. should please indicate by raising their hands. Against? Abstention? Distinguished colleagues, those for 25, against, nil, abstention, nil. By these voting, honorable members, this House has resolved that the chairman and the commissioners of the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission have another chance to appear before this August Assembly, and more specifically, they are now given a new date, which is the 10th day of March 2025 at 10 a.m. to appear before this August Assembly to answer questions pertaining to their conduct in office as chairman and commissioners of the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission. On the other paper, but before we adjourn, let me also say that the leader of the House did inform us that the letters we sent to the governor, particularly the one that has to do with the resolution asking him to present the 2025 appropriation bill, was properly delivered to the governor. It's also there in the print media. Again, the office of the clerk and of course the Chairman House Committee on Business and Rules have also confirmed to this August Assembly that the letter addressed to the governor for him to submit list of his nominees for appointment as commissioners into the Rivers State Executive Council, following the fact that 19 of those in the Executive Council are impostors who are not commissioners but parading themselves, that particular letter has been delivered to the governor, and the governor has not responded to this assembly. Honorable members haven't deliberated on this matter. The House has taken legislative notice of the refusal of the governor to bring the 2025 appropriation bill, and of course to submit his list of nominees for appointment as commissioners, given that he does not have the 19 commissioners which he is parading in the State Executive Council. On that note, members have also resolved that we will take the appropriate action as our response to the governor's refusal to abide by the provisions of the 1999 Constitution, more specifically Section 192 in the case of the rest of the commissioners, and Section 195, subsection 1 of the 1999 Constitution, as it has to do with the office of the Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice. Other members, as the resolution of this House, and by the special grace of God, we will do our job.